I've been experimenting with different backgrounds and characters to make him go upstairs or downstairs and look seamless, but I really didn't have a good experience. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Ali, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to make characters walk upstairs or downstairs and try and make them look seamless, although this would be a hard experience. And so I want you to explore and experiment yourself after you follow along with this tutorial to show you the workaround and how you can easily make characters go upstairs and downstairs. The problem is that they do not have this action where they actually go upstairs or downstairs, right? The only action that we can use in this case would be the walking action. So before we dive deeper into this, I have an example, or actually a couple of examples that I'd like to share with you. Let's go ahead and watch it and come back to start creating. I hope you enjoyed the example, and I'm pretty sure you figured out that characters were slipping on stairs going up or down. So like I said, it was not the best experience. So I'm going to show you how to work around that and yeah, just try and make them seamless as much as possible. And so I'm going to start by removing the text box that I have right here. And I want to share a tip as always, when you start a new project, be sure to go to the settings and then turn off show timeline frames. I know I mentioned this a lot, but believe it or not, a lot of people are still asking this question and are curious because they cannot see keyframes when they're working with thumbnails available on the image track. So as far as backgrounds that I'm going to use, I do have a couple, actually this one and then another one that's in the media folder right here. I'm going to leave a link to both images. Actually, let's do the 3 images. You're going to find them available in the link in the description. So just go ahead and pause this video, download the images and start following along so you know exactly how to do this. And the cool thing about this tutorial is that you're going to learn how to use the camera animation, though I mentioned this a lot in my previous tutorials, but I'm also going to show you how you can manipulate our scene right here using the camera animation to make our characters look seamless without, showing their legs slipping upstairs or downstairs, right? So now I'm going to use this background first, and I'm going to go to one of my 3D creators. These are the best for these type of backgrounds. So I'm going to go to my 3D creators right here, view all, and then from here I can choose Pixar. I'm going to go for a female, and then I could choose whatever character I like to use. So let's go for this example. I use this one and one of the examples you've watched. So we'll click on plus sign to add that one, and then go back in there and wait for it until it shows up. And then when it's ready, we will start, making the character walk towards the stairs and then go from there. So once you have the character dropped onto the canvas, what you want to do is adjust the action. So I'm going to change the action from idle to walking right here. And then I'm going to disable start and end, right? Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to extend the action all the way until the end. Actually, I'm going to need the extended background as well. This will need some time. So we're going to go up until, let's do 15 seconds for now. I'm also going to extend the action all the way until the end, like so, because that's the only action that we're going to use, right? So first of all, once you have that set, you're just going to set up your character size and position. I'm going to start with my character being on the left side of my scene right here. And then I'm going to click on the rotate icon to be able to spin the character a little bit to the right. Make sure she is pointing to the right direction, just like so right here. And then from here, we can start animating our character. So she's going to start walking immediately. That's the reason why we have disabled start and end of our animation. And so what we're going to do next is we will click on add animation above the timeline. For properties, we're going to choose position. Easing is going to be linear for both in and out. Now we have our keyframes. We're going to advance the second keyframe to, let's say, 4 seconds and test this out. So we're going to have it right there. Make sure a keyframe is selected. Then you can hold the shift key and then drag your character all across over here to where the stairs are, just like so. And then from here, we're going to make a turn. So where we are, we're going to click on add animation again, right here. And then for the properties, we're going to choose character view. Now I'm going to select my second keyframe, but I need to make this happen quicker. So we're going to drag the second keyframe and grab it a little bit closer, like so, right here. And then make sure it's still selected. Now we're going to click on the rotate icon above the character or button, then rotate the character in the right position right here, just like so, right? And now she's going to continue walking, obviously, right? And so what we're going to need to do is add another animation. So we're going to click on add animation button right here, and then we will use position and scale, right? Both of them. Y is just going to go up. She should, you know, get a little smaller. And then we will go to the easing tab and make sure that we choose linear as well for both in and out. Now for the second keyframe, I'm going to extend that up until 7 seconds. And let's see what that looks like. And now we're going to make the character go up like so, just like so. And then we can adjust the character size a little bit like so right here and see what that looks like. So let's just go back and take a look from the very beginning right here. Again, she's going to start walking to the right side where the stairs are, turn quickly, and then go up just like so. So as you can see, here's the problem. Again, she's slipping, obviously, you know, because she's walking, supposedly, right? She's not going upstairs. She doesn't have that action. So the workaround is using the camera animation, right? So this is how we're going to do it. Now we're going to start moving from the beginning. So the best way to do this, like I said, is using the camera animation. So what we're going to do next is we will click on the effects and components icon right here. Make sure that you click on the components tab. From here, you can simply drag and drop the camera onto your canvas, just like so. Now, what you'll notice that we have the little camera icon above or at the top of the timeline on the left side right here. This is going to be the camera track. From here, we can add our first animation. So for those who are new to using the camera animation and you don't know how to use it, well, this is the perfect tutorial showing you how to perfectly use this camera to add a lot of depth to your scenes and make your scene more dynamic. So now in order to add our first animation, we're going to double click on the camera track like so to be able to add our first animation. And this one we call the camera animation bar, right? The way how it works is that, you know, camera animation has a first keyframe and a second keyframe. First keyframe for the camera is where the playhead is right before the bar, like so. And the second keyframe is where the playhead is basically after the bar, just like so, right? So now what we want to do is we want to create a zoom in effect and make the camera follow along the character. So basically track her motion or her walking action from the left side over to the right side where she reaches out for the stairs. So in order to do that, we have to have our playhead right at the very beginning, and then, you know, our playhead is advanced a little bit, right? That's how we adjust the camera frame size. From here, we're going to shrink the camera size like so, and we could just, you know, create a close-up of something like so, right? Just right though. Now, by the way, when you move the camera frame around and you notice this red color above, and that means it's an alert. It means your camera frame went outside the canvas boundaries. And when you export the video, it'll work, obviously. But the problem is that you're going to end up with a black bar on the left side, just like this one for, you know, as you're seeing. So in order to fix that, you just need to drag the camera frame, go inside the canvas boundary, just like so, until the red goes away. And that way, you know that you're in the safe area. So next, we're going to adjust that. All right. So now what we need to do next is make sure that the camera is going to track the character. So in order to do that, we're going to drag the camera bar, have it start from the very beginning, and we're going to extend it in the timeline like so, and reach out for the second keyframe where she ends up walking, or reach out for the stairs right there, right? That's basically where she finishes walking at that point. I'm going to zoom in on my timeline right like so, and then I'm going to adjust the camera frame like this. And then I'm going to make sure that my camera is still selected. Then I'm going to adjust the size of my frame like so, right here where the character is. So like I said, the manipulation here is hiding the bottom part of the body where we don't see her legs slipping on stairs going up or down, right? So once we do that, one more step that we need to do as far as the camera animation, and this is really important, is because we chose linear as easing for the character while she's walking, we have to do the same for the camera animation. How? We simply right-click the bar, the camera animation bar, and then we will have two options, easing and delete animation. We'll click on easing, then make sure that we use linear for both in and out. Now, if we go back, very beginning, let me show you, this is how it's gonna look like. You can see pretty cool, seamless, and really good. Now she's gonna start going up. So I wanna be sure that we have another camera that's going to follow along where she goes upstairs, right? In order to do that, I'm going to place my playhead at the beginning, or let's say at the first keyframe where she's going to begin walking upstairs. Remember, we have an animation in the middle that was just for the turning part, right? The spinning part, to have her spin a little bit too, so she's looking at the right position, or she has the right angle. Now, again, I'm going to place my playhead at the beginning of my first keyframe of our walking or position and scale. And then we're going to double click right here to add another camera right there. I'm going to reach out until the end right there, and also going to expand my camera as well. Be sure that it's also lined up with my keyframes, start and finish. Right click the camera animation bar. Easing is going to be linear as well for both. And then be sure that your playhead is after the bar. It cannot be touching it or overlapping it just like so. No, or cannot be anywhere in the middle. It has to be after the bar, just like so. And now we're going to make the camera animation frame or camera frame go up a little, zoom in just like so, just like that, right? And then we are good to go. So now let's, kind of expand that in the timeline right here to, still have a couple of seconds to be able to show you what's happening. And that's it. So we're going to go back from the beginning, watch again, and take a look at how easy and seamless this is using the camera animation. It creates a lot of dynamic, obviously. It makes the scene a lot more engaging. As you can see, much better than just showing the character's legs. Because at the end of the day, like, why would you want to show the character's legs anyway, right? Going upstairs or going downstairs, right? You want to make your scene more dynamic. That's the ultimate goal when creating videos. So using the camera animation is the solution to making that happen. Now, if you want to make the character go downstairs, then here's what you're going to do. So I'm going to extend the action a little bit in the timeline, do the same for the background, right? And then, so if I want to make the character go down again, you can simply just, rotate the character. So right when she reaches for the top of the stairs right there, we're going to select the character. Now we're going to click on the add animation button. And this time we're going to go to the properties tab and choose character view. All right, so we're going to choose character view. And now we're going to select the second keyframe, drag it and make it a little bit closer. Again, so if those who don't know, the character view is only responsible for spinning characters 360. So now that we got this, again, the second keyframe is a little closer so that the spin happens quickly. Make sure the keyframe is selected. Now we're going to click on the rotate icon or button and then rotate the character to the right side. So drag your mouse to the right side like so, like this, right here. And we're ready to have her go downstairs. In order to do that, what we will need to do is click on the add animation button. Properties is going to be position, scale. Easing is linear for both in and out. And now let's see how much time. So let's go for 10 seconds, extend the keyframe all the way until 10 seconds right here. So we're just going to make sure that we have the second keyframe selected, and then we're going to scale up the character a little bit and drag her down just like so. Right here. And she's good to go. So if we go back, take a look at that part. All right, pretty cool. So now we want to add another camera animation. So again, remember, we have a character view in between. So what we want to make sure of is that our playhead is at the first keyframe where she's about to begin going downstairs. Then we add another camera right here. And then we're going to extend the camera. Be sure that it's also lined up with our keyframes. So I'm going to make sure that the camera also ends exactly where the second keyframe is right here. And then make sure your playhead is after. Then you want to right click the camera animation bar, choose easing, linear for both in and out, and then simply drag the camera animation frame, or camera frame actually, and just do something like this right here, right? So when we go back again, watch this whole thing from the beginning, take a look, all of that, so dynamic, and it's beautiful this way, much better, right? Look at that. Awesome. All right, okay, hold on a second. All right, I think the camera was not really following. Okay, let me see. All right, here, easing linear. And then the camera would just go up a little like so. All right, let's go back again from here. Take a look. Yep, and there you have it. So I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.